40 plus 40. It is hard. It's supposed to be. It is supposed to be very challenging and push us to our limits. And I wanted to talk for a minute about one of the hardest parts of it, and that is the potential for reset. So whatever stage of 40 plus 40 you are in, or if you're doing the Ignite version, there is always a potential that you could miss something, or you could mess up, right? So maybe you didn't drink all your water, you miscalculated, maybe you forgot to read. It could be any of these things. The discipleship one is one that I get hung up on sometimes in the first 40 is I just kind of forget to make that call because I'm not used to it, right? And so if something is missed, the idea is that you reset and you go back to day one. You don't just keep moving forward. Now there's a couple of different ways to think about this. You can say, well, I'm going to keep moving forward. My 40 days is now going to turn into 60 days because that's how long it's going to ultimately take me to complete this. Or you can just sort of see it as, well, I'm restarting. I'm going back to day one and starting from scratch. Why is that? Why does it need to be set up that way for us? Well, if we continue to go from day to day, like we do in a lot of parts of our lives, we make mistakes and we just carry on. We might shrug it off, we might blow it off, and we might not learn from it, we might not grow because the consequence or the difficulty in it might not be difficult enough, or it might not be consequence enough for us to really take home the message that we need to receive. I want to point us to Hebrews 12:11. It says, "No discipline seems pleasant at the time, but painful. Later on, however, it produces righteousness and peace for those who have been trained by it." Right? So, what does that mean? It means that discipline is hard. It's supposed to be hard, right? And a loving, Hebrews goes on later to say about, a loving father does discipline us. That's part of what makes him so loving. And some of us have experienced that with our earthly fathers and mothers, some have not. But it's what the mind and what the heart needs is that challenge for us to be able to learn and to grow. I've had some say, well, that doesn't seem like a message of grace if you got to go all the way back to the beginning and start over again. I think those people that would ask that question are kind of missing the point of why we're doing this. We are producing new habits. We are producing a greater sense of discipline, and we're doing that by learning from our failures and our mistakes and being able to reset, reorient, and get back on the path. There is grace in all of that, and you can look back at one of my former videos where I talk about that, but it's an important part of this journey to understand that no matter if you fall, no matter if you fail, you struggle, you feel it on days like you're not really finding a lot of joy in it, but you're finding just an immense amount of pressure and struggle, it doesn't change the fact that God loves you and forgives you and has grace and mercy for you. This is not about trying to earn anything. It's not about trying to be perfect. It's about growth. It's about maturing. It's about being sanctified. And we do that out of a place, a foundation, a place of love, and knowing that we are loved. So say it again. You are loved, and you are honored, and God does delight in you. And I believe that if you've been called to this, He wants you to pursue it. He wants to bring something out of you within it. He's drawing you in and wanting to draw something out of you in this process. And that may be through some elements of falling or failure in the process of it. So if that's true for you, if you slip, if you fall, if you make a mistake, it's okay. It is okay. You can reset and you can restart, and you will grow just that much more. So God bless you, and enjoy the 40.